atmosphere here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Cousins. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. His own territory, he coughs up the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Hey, no, easy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 9. Cousins. Johnson with a completion over the middle. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Gone. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards, and the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch, because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front, but if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's gone.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 45.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Smith.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And Viking fans always remember that Kyle Rudolph held down the tight end position for the better part of a decade. But Irv Smith was drafted in the 2nd round in 2019 as his eventual replacement. And that time is now. A 1st down catch there for Smith.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. 1:50 left to go in the 2nd quarter. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Second and 10.
Out of the gun, Goff. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Don't worry about
it. He will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw, Goff.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Goff throwing again. Sharks got it, left side. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on second down. Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10.
Goff.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. 1 second, all that remains. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Flushed out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might out of a smaller back. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near the goal line, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And Daniels has it left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a...
And now here's another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Handoff comes to Cook.
51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
On second down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. To throw, Cousins. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down now, it's Cook, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A first down throw for Cousins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
If I could put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins, and complete right side to Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Cousins will try and throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the questions are going to continue to mount for this club, no doubt. This will almost certainly be another losing effort. And the questions will become, where do they go from here? And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Goff. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And this one is incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Goff now to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cousins on 1st down. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing again on second down. Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Cousins again. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Throwing on second and long. Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. The Vikings on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Cousins to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for only a couple. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 40 now on second down, Cousins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for second down. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
First down, here's Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Again, it's Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Goff going to throw it. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Buying time to his left. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now it's Goff. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Lions, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the